Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you a comparison video between two shoes that you probably wouldn't expect me to compare, and that is the brand new Adidas Adipure 11 Pro and the Adidas F50 adizero miCoach in the leather version. The reason I am comparing these two shoes is not that I meant to compare them when I first knew I was getting them. It's just that after wearing them I realized that these are two very similar shoes. Adidas has really changed their heritage line, or their kind of classically styled shoe in the adipure, and made it very much like the adizero with the 11 Pro version. And I'm still not too sure that was the best direction to go in. But here we go. I'll start with the leather quality. The adizero is still that Golio. It's a calfskin leather. Golio is just the treatment method. There's very little leather. There's not much at all, to be honest. You're getting about. I kind of did a comparison. I'll leave an annotation in the comparison video of the past leather version. You'll see how much less leather there is. It's very soft leather, almost too soft actually, and the quality is okay, but it's not the best in comparison to higher quality leather shoes from any of the more classically styled shoes. The adizero leather is not. It's nice and soft, and a lot of people are going to argue with me, but as far as actual quality goes, it's nothing groundbreaking, I guess you could say. And then the 11 Pro has its leather in the front here, as you can see, about the same amount of leather as the past adizero leather version had. So there's still not a substantial amount of leather on the shoe. And then these three stripes here that you see it's completely synthetic. So you get that kind of tight midfoot feel with the leather here, but again, it's a very thin synthetic with kind of a little bit thicker leather. You'll find the leather's a little bit thicker on the miCoach. The 11 Pro. So it is a little bit different, but the overall feel, I would say the 11 Pro has a little bit thicker leather as well as a thicker tongue. So there is a little bit of a thicker feel to the shoe. There's a little bit more cushion, I guess you could say. But again, the adizero is just that little bit of leather in the front, and it's mainly a synthetic shoe. But overall, as far as these shoes feel, the actual fit of the shoes, I would say that the 11 Pro actually has a little bit tighter fit, especially in the midfoot, than the adizero does. The adizero feels really wide, especially this version of the leather miCoach. It just feels really wide, especially the front. You'll notice, I don't know if you can really tell too much, but these have stretched quite a bit. The adizero has stretched quite a bit, where the 11 Pro hasn't stretched all that much after about 4 or 5 hours of wear in each shoe. Other than that, the fit is, like I said, a little bit tighter in the 11 Pro, and I had no issues. They seem to have fixed the problem with the heel that I had with the Adipure 4, so you don't have that same problem anymore. And then you get the new and improved kind of heel from the adizero miCoach. So it's, again, the overall fit of both of these shoes is better than past versions. At least that's what I thought. The other thing to compare with these two shoes is the stud patterns, because what you might notice is that these are very similar stud patterns. You notice the adizero has these triangular studs, which they've always had. This is slightly different than the past adizeros. But again, the difference is very minimal. You're not going to notice a huge difference. I really didn't notice any difference in traction or anything like that to begin with. So nothing's really changed there. And then instead of Adidas' standard bladed stud pattern that's been on all of the adipures, they went with this adizero stud configuration. But instead of triangular studs, there's round studs. They're about the same length as well. And it also features kind of the same sprint frame sole plate. So again, is the traction all that different? No, it's pretty much the same thing. You might get a little bit more maneuverability, not as much like just straight grip that you'll get from the adizero, but overall I think the experience is very similar. One thing to note that I did notice with the 11 Pro is there is some slight stud pressure. You see this green area right here. They've basically thinned out the sole to make it more flexible as kind of a stability feature, but I did notice some slight stud pressure, nothing major, but it was something that I did notice, and it might be a problem for some people. But overall, guys, these are very similar shoes. Of course, the adizero is going to be a little bit lighter in the long run, but as far as being a more solid feel, definitely the 11 Pro. But again, if you've been a fan of the adipure line from 1 to 4, the 11 Pro is not going to have that same feel at all. It has its own unique, almost speed boot like feel, very much like the Leather adizero, which is why I'm comparing them. And it's a good shoe. It's a cheaper alternative to the adizero leather if that's what you're looking for. And overall, these are pretty good shoes. Again, the full reviews aren't up on my website. I'm going to try and have them up this week, so if you're watching this and there's not an annotation at the beginning of the video that says the reviews are up, then they're probably not up yet. But either way, if you want to check out the high quality pictures of these shoes or any of the buy it now links on the review pages, they're already there. So if you want to check those out, I'll leave the links in the description to the review pages. As always, guys, make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe. Don't be afraid to like and favorite the video. Make sure you guys go check out my Facebook and my Twitter. The links are in the description to that. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Special thanks to cameracanada.com. Visit cameracanada.com for the latest camera gear at everyday low prices. Check them out. The link is in the description.